Good evening. We were, we've known Javed for so many years, and we've had so much of a great learning from him. He was a teacher to us, and the deaf community grew because of him. The easiest illustration I'll give is during the 11th five-year planning. So we were all persons with disabilities were called for a meeting, and there were high officials in the meeting. So there was a representative from the blind sector, the deaf sector. So so Javed had mentioned that Narayan, don't bring your interpreter. He said, but how would I learn? So Javed said, no, don't bring your interpreter. Just let us see. This is an opportunity. So as and when the meeting began, Javed objected, he interrupted, and he said, so while everybody is included in this meeting, what about the deaf? He said, but oh, I didn't know, I couldn't spot that Narayanan had a disability. So immediately he apologized, he said, I'm so sorry. And this was Javed's way of sensitizing the government, the high officials. And this was a landmark. This, now when you look at all the government official meetings, there has been not even a single meeting that has gone without an interpreter present. Had Javed not done that, I don't think I would have known how to do that. Secondly, so I've known Javed to be so brave, and especially regarding when he was able to get the 1995 Act. But he recognized later on that for the deaf, there wasn't much. Recognizing sign language, having interpreters at all events. So when we had this high-level meeting of all the deaf leaders across the country, so Javed asked, give me one thing, one big thing that the deaf community needs. All the deaf leaders said sign language, because sign language is communication, and communication leads to everything: education, employment, entertainment. And that was a learning for Javed as well. So, but this man had something bigger in his mind. And through his advocacy, he put in the 11th five-year plan for a special center, sign language center. And then through that, we got Indian Sign Language Research and Training Center. What this man did was he taught me to read. He taught me to read laws, policies. He pushed us far beyond our capability. And now regarding, right before the Rights to Persons with Disabilities Act was passed, for this special committee was set up wherein they had not taken a representation from the deaf community. And so Javed turned to Narayanan and said, are you happy that no deaf person is there in the committee? And he said, tomorrow, can you bring in around 1,000 deaf people to have a protest? I was like, oh, tomorrow, not even 24 hours of notice. And that's it, they did that. They got 500 people and they protested and they got him. Narayan was there as part of the committee, and then from there started the whole act and how inclusive it is for persons who cannot hear and speak. It talks about television accessibility, it talks about education, it talks about employment. He did something very big and left a huge road for us to do. Please accept my deepest condolences. And he was like my brother, and we shared the same age. I'm 6 months younger to him. And he was always there at my beck and call. And this man would always remember that where is Zoran, and he would smile every time he would see me. And he had such a big heart, and he remembered the deaf community. The deaf community before Javed was an invisible one. And we started the deaf movement back in 1988. It was in a silo. We didn't know about the law, we didn't know about policies, we didn't know the strategies for advocacy. Only when Arun, back then who was leading the deaf community, he met us, Javed, and he's like, do you know things about law? He's like, what law? And so that is when we met Javed. And Javed, for us, the first impression was, oh, he's a serious guy. He's a no-nonsense guy. And then slowly, National Association of the Deaf was set up, and we've had arguments. Oh, we both of us fought head to head, but he understood and I understood, and we both shared something that we've never shared before, something between a hearing and a deaf person. It was never experienced, and I always told him that, when you have a spear, we were his rod and he was the spear who would hit the mark. He was the final thing that would, culminate the whole of the protest, the whole of the rallies, the whole of the movement. And he used to tell us, that I don't think I would live beyond 50. He said, what would you do when I go away? I replied, I said, it's not possible. We won't be able to work without you. And then Javed said that you should not be dependent on me. You should learn from me, learn to sustain yourselves, your movement. And through Javed, everybody knows who the deaf is. The invisible community, people know and recognize that. He has put us completely, he taught us, he trained us. He has led us, now we have to live this movement, his legacy. But I miss him, and he's forever ingrained in our hearts. And all the deaf communities here, and they recognize his support for us, his strong voice for us. And we are always there for his Universal Awards, his Helen Keller Awards, with the DRG, with the NCPDP. The deaf community is there with you, with all the disability movement, forever. Thank you.